I just got done filming a podcast, and one thing I absolutely loved about today's guest was that she had taken the time to set herself up correctly with both a proper webcam and a good microphone. And I know you may be thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not a techie person. I don't want to get into all that stuff. But let me tell you, in today's world of hybrid events, virtual meetings, podcast recordings happening online, all of the different things, it is so important to make sure that the visuals and the audio isn't getting in the way of the incredible message that you have to bring, or the meeting, or any of the other things that you're going to be doing online. And so in today's video, I'm going to be taking you through my setup, the setup that I use to film recordings on Zoom for the podcast, things that I use for my team and with my business, and some very, very simple ways that even if you're not a techie person, you can actually elevate the entire experience for your team, for your clients, and everyone else you're reaching out to. Uno, dos, tres. So this topic is one of my favorite topics because I love tech, but even if you don't love tech, and even if it is scary and foreign to you, and you may not be used to setting up a whole technical setup to be able to film, I want to show you how in very few steps, you can actually have significantly better audio and significantly better video as you're going on and doing meetings and different things. I can't tell you how many times I have done a podcast recording with someone online through Zoom, and they turn their camera on and I see that they're using Bluetooth headset or something like that. And it is amazing the significantly lower level of quality that happens when they're using these types of technical devices. And I know that, it seems like it's going to be more convenient. You're just going to slip, your AirPods in and it's going to be great, but it actually ends up turning out really muffled. The audio sounds like it's coming from underwater. And if you're not positioning yourself right in the camera, or you're not using a good webcam, the overall video quality can suffer too. And you don't want that, because a lot of times the folks that I'm talking to, they've got such incredible information. And maybe if you're dealing with clients, you're doing virtual walkthroughs, or you're doing a virtual consultation, you want to make sure that the AV, the audio video, is not getting in the way of what you have to say. So let's go through a simple breakdown. But first, I want to show you what I'm using right now. This is going to be maybe a little bit more complex, but I don't want you to be scared of it. So I'm going to very, very briefly explain it to you really quickly. And then in a couple minutes, I'm going to get on to exactly what I use for the podcast recordings on Zoom, my team, and all of that, and actually some in-camera footage of what it looks like. So first, what am I using here? First thing I'm using is an Xlr mic. Now, what is XLR? XLR is a type of recording. It's a type of cord that actually connects this microphone to this recorder right here. So this is the pod mic from Rode. It's a $100 mic, not very expensive. You can see, it's a great mic. I love it, but it is connected with an XLR cord. I have to do something different. What is this little device here? Well, this guy right here is the Zoom H5. It's a field recorder. It allows me to connect up the XLR port right there in the bottom and broadcast and basically get all of the information from this microphone into this recording. There's an SD card, which is a way to store the information. And then I can take that later, give that to my team, and have them match that up with the video. Now for video, some people like using a little mirrorless camera like this. This is the Canon M50. This is a mirrorless camera from Canon. It's great. I like using Sony myself, but I do have a couple Canons. They're great cameras, but a lot of times, this is a little bit more of a complicated setup, because you actually have to take generally the video from this one, the audio from this setup right here, and have a video editor push them all together for you. So you may not want to do that. You may not want to go through the whole process of that. And so I'm going to actually show you a very simple method, what I use to do the Zoom recordings, and kind of my quick and dirty way to accomplish really good audio and really good video. So let's switch over here. We are now looking at me through the Logitech C920. It is a really good webcam, wonderfully priced, about $60. And you could buy this anywhere at Best Buy, at Fry's, really easy and affordable webcam solution. And there is actually an omnidirectional mic inside the webcam itself. So you could use that if you like, but I like using a dedicated audio source. And that today is this Rode. You're hearing me out of the Rode NT-USB Mini. This is a $100 mic from Rode. You can get this entire kit that I'm using right now, that you're hearing me off of, that you're seeing me off of, from Best Buy, like I said, Amazon, anywhere for less than $200 for both. And it completely elevates the experience. You know, the webcam is high definition, 1080. You are getting great sounding audio out of this microphone, and it is an easy microphone to use. So let me show you how to use both the microphone and the webcam. So with the webcam, you're going to take it right out of the box, plug it right into a USB port, and just make sure that whatever software you're using, whether it's Zoom, Skype, or whatever, is recognizing the webcam as your desired camera. And then the same thing for this microphone. Pull it right out of the box, connect it. It is with a little USB-C port right there in the back. And so you'll actually just connect that right in. If you're using a Mac, you're going to have to use a little dongle. It connects things into the USB-C port, but you're just going to connect all of this right up. Make sure it's recognizing Zoom, Skype, whatever is recognizing it as your audio and video input of choice. And then you're off to the races. Very, very simple, very, very streamlined. I want to show you a couple of other things that you can use, some simple upgrades. If you want to use the Logitech C920, that's great. Like I said, it's about $60, but this is the Logitech Brio. It is a $200 webcam. Now, the increased price is because it does have a little better omnidirectional microphone embedded into the actual webcam itself, and it is a USB webcam as well, but this one does record in 4K. So that isn't a significant advantage if you are wanting to use this for something and really you need something super high definition. I definitely recommend this, but for most people's needs and just kind of getting that initial elevation of the quality of the content you're putting out, the C920 is a great, great option. And then the other direction to go is with your phone. So I'm going to cover this in more detail on a different video, but briefly I wanted to show you, you can actually get little things like this microphone. Little microphone, this looks all daunting, but little microphone like this, it can be connected up with a little cord, and you can actually use one of these fun little dongles to connect it right in to your iPhone. Of course, with Android, generally they have these little audio jacks, so it's easier there. But you can use a mic like this. You can use your phone, connect it right up, and then use a fun little stand like this. And again, set that right up. You got your phone set up. You've got your mic plugged in right on the top here. And again, this is an under $200 solution for, again, increasing the audio and video quality. So if you're listening to this right now, I really hope that you are taking this seriously, because again, whether you're coming on my show, whether you're on other people's shows where you're doing virtual consultations, having poor audio and video just in this time, I think is not acceptable. And if you are asking people for money, if you're wanting people to trust you, if you're wanting people to give you their confidence that you're going to do an incredible job with their product, with their brand, with their wedding, with their event, you're going to want to make sure that you exude confidence and professionalism, even with the gear that you're using. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today. Check out some of the other videos we are going to be posting. I'm going to be posting a little more in-depth review of some of this tech stuff. If you've liked this, let me know in the comments below, and I will also link everything that you've seen here in the description so you can check it out if you would like to use any of the items that I'm using here. All right, have a wonderful day.